Good morning. Welcome back to the stream, people. Today is Friday. I'm feeling good. I've caught a trade this morning. I've already made 0.5% on the account today. I don't need to do nothing. I'm still in the trade that made me that money on gold. And I'm actually selling gold for once today. So very happy with it. And I'm just going to let it ride. And I'll tell you why I got into gold and what I think it could potentially do today. I'll give you a market review as well. We'll see if there's an opportunity to add in a position. I mean, this could be a potential place to add, but right now I'm just going to wait till London session starts. We're 4 minutes before London session starts, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens, because London could bring it all the way back here, all the way back to my entry. So I'm going to try and manage this trade a little bit, but zoom out and I'll tell you why I got into a sell. Even though I've been very bullish on gold recently, I got into a sell based on some price action. So gonna do that in a second. Let me gather my thoughts and just make sure everything here is ready. Clean up my charts a bit. Okay, so I'll start by telling you why I'm in gold and why I'm not adding at this point. Well, I'll tell you why I'm not adding at this point right now, because this is at a key price point. I've had it marked out from a previous session. As you can see, it's already marked out. And we're gonna see how it reacts to this if it holds. Initially, I was bullish still. It's in a demand zone. It created a inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right, just respected that low, and it's pushed up. So yesterday I expected it to take this high, and I traded it yesterday, tried to take that high. I was in that trade so long. I got out, got in, got out. You may have saw that on stream. I got very frustrated, and I even off stream I got back in. And let me just show you just a mess yesterday. Try to catch that. There you go. I call that in, out, in, out, in, out. So I said to myself, wow, this isn't where you want to be. You are being very reactive, and that's what I'm trying to do today, not to react to anything. I'm just going to plan it out, take the trades based on what I see, and just, if it's wicking back and forth, going back and forth too much, call it like I did yesterday, and actually this time stay disciplined. So I'm up on the account. I was able to scrape some change yesterday and made something today. I could close this and end the account currently on about 3%. Okay, shy of 3% now. It was 3% down here. So maybe I want 3% to end this week. I'm very happy on how much I've got currently. It's actually what would have been ideal if I was focused, which would have been 2.5%, making 0.5 every day throughout this week. So that's what I'm going to try and focus on next week. Try to keep this a lot cleaner. I did too much yesterday, and it's really messing with my emotions. Yesterday affected my plans and everything. And to be honest, I was out the night before, so I was not being very patient, very impulsive. So it's not something I could carry on doing. I need to stop it. I can't have a late night and then expect to have a good performance the next day when trading. So I can't do that. Second thing, but I'll get to Euro USD. But basically, my relationship with Euro USD is done. We have a toxic relationship, and it's done. I'm stepping away from it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, like a jealous ex, but I'm done trading it for now. Maybe it's the time of the year. Maybe it's the time of the year. Maybe it's the time of the year. Maybe it's the quarter. I don't know, but it's just been back and forth, not moving. But I'll explain that in a second. So focus next week is discipline and going for 0.5 days and try to trade for the month. I need to trade this account for 14 days before I could make a withdrawal anyway. So this will be the first week. So next week, Monday, no, not next week, the not next week, the week after Monday, should be able to make a withdrawal. So if I just focus on doing 0.5 a day, maybe get 5k if everything goes according to plan, and then I can make a withdrawal request based on the 5k. May take the whole thing. But yeah, stick around for that. I'll share that with you. I'll let you know if we get there and what I do with that. So definitely stick around for that. But let's get back to trading. Let's get back to this. So I'm in gold, okay? And the reason I'm in gold for the sell now is because of what's happened currently. I believed on the higher time frame that this was a demand and it was going to push up from here, and I expected it to take this high. So yesterday it sat there. It was amazing. There was news, no reaction for news, and it just sat there. So I did get in and I held it, and it just wouldn't take this high. So if it's not taking this high, why? There's something going on. It sat there. I've never seen gold do this. I don't trade gold a lot, but recently I've been trading it. Never seen it do this. So I'm asking myself why. And there must be some kind of force to get it to sit there. Got me thinking, maybe it doesn't want to take this high. So maybe it's trending down now. And then I had a look at silver. If you have a look at silver, maybe silver's the instrument that's really giving a clear picture of what's going on. This is a reversal pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breaking previous daily lows, pushing down. Silver suggests gold is bearish now. On gold, it's not got that reversal pattern. It just got equal highs up here. So that's why I don't trust that as a reversal. A few times on the stream, I say I don't believe this is a reversal pattern. Don't see it happening. I still feel bullish. It could still happen. But the point I'm making right now, I don't know what's going on gold. It's too early to say. It's sitting in the demand after being sold off. There's a lot of inefficiencies here. I can see it coming back up, and those triple highs up there, I can see it going up to take it. But based on what I'm seeing currently on price, it's bearish. This previous daily high wasn't taken yesterday, and it had a lot of news. That news should have been enough to push it over, and it just didn't move. So this morning, I let go of all the theories. I said, I'm just going to trade what I see. And that's why I got into this trade. So if you go zoom in here, let's go to, yeah, you can see this. So you can see we've got a from yesterday's high, we've got a lower daily high, maybe. It might be a daily high, but a lower low. Okay, let's call it a lower low. And then it consolidated here and pushed to create a lower low. And this was a lower high, sorry. This is a lower low, and created lower highs in the process. So it's trending down. So I took the trade. Simple as. I took the trade. Trade with the trend, and if you see a reason to go in the opposite direction, then go into the opposite direction. So we have a push up here. So this will be a flag from this pull down, push up here, consolidates, then breaks the structure, trying to go down. I'm in and sold it. So that's what I did this morning. Got most of my wins from this move here, and I'm expecting it to flag up again and go again. Whether it does that or not, we're going to see. I'm going to keep an eye on the H1 candle and see if it wants to break structure and try to push up again. So from this price point here where it started pushing up in the first place, maybe it holds here and pushes up. So what I'm going to do is keep an eye on this H1 low, and actually go move my stop loss now. Move my stop loss because I don't want it to break this H1 low. Sorry, H1 high. If it does, that could be an indication it's pushing up again to be try to attempt to go up again here. So I'm moved this into profit now. Past break even, $34 to bag. I'm very happy with that. And this week on 2.8, I'll be very happy with that. But I want to see it push further, obviously. And what I'm targeting now, seeing as it didn't want to take this high, I'm targeting this daily low. Okay. And I'll also tell you why I've come to this conviction that it's now trending down. And it has to do with Euro USD. Even though I'm not trading it, I'm just going to explain why I'm not trading this. Even though I'm not trading it, it helped me pick a direction, basically. Let me just clean this up, make sure I don't come back to any distractions. All right, cool. So we're going to let gold do its thing for now. I'm into profit. It may take me out. Should go break even, to be honest. But I can see this pushing back up here to be sold from there. Hopefully it respects this H1 high. I'm sure that's the H1 high. Yep. It respects that H1 high and just carries on going down. And maybe we could milk it a bit. So I'm going to go to Euro USD. So Euro USD, everything I was reading from all the other indices or currencies is it should have been going down. Okay, it should have been going down. DAX yesterday finally became bullish. FTSE very bullish. Okay, pushed all the way up, and GU not playing around, bearish. It's gone in the opposite direction of the indices. Seems to be a pattern here, so it's bearish. So Euro USD, by all accounts, should be bearish as well. It has the same structure as GU here. This is a pole, this is a flag. Poles down here, consolidates a bit, comes up to the neckline. So I was really trying to figure out what's going on. I really had a look at this and just marked it out, tried to explain where it could have came back to. And I was looking for different things, and that's what I spotted. This is where it broke this uptrend structure, the neckline here, broke it here, came down, came back up here, and it was sold from there. Okay, same thing that was happening on Euro USD. So I spotted that. I said, okay, cool, this is bearish. I don't care what it's doing, it's bearish. Okay, so up here, neckline is here, broke it, tapped in, broke it, right? Cool. Don't believe me? I'll show you again. Where is it? About, yeah. I'll just zoom in. So here, flags up, breaks through. Here's where it's broke the structure, taps into it multiple times and sold, right? Look where it came back up to. That exact price point, and it was sold from there. So that being said, it's maintaining this current trend down, slow and chopping, but moving down. So I expect it to continue and eventually get down there. So I then started counting how many days it took to do this move. It took about 9 days. Today is the 8th day. Today is meant to be the day it moves down. So it could come down here and maybe on Monday run those lows or something when everyone's asleep. You know, something crazy like that over the weekend. So the reason I say I'm done with Euro USD, so I've read all that. Everything indicated that it's respecting the previous daily highs. So daily high respected here. Previous daily high respected there. Respected there. Right there. Respected right there. So I got into a position, I decided, you know what, this is an easy read. I got into a position to just hold it and see how long I could hold it to test my patience. But I expected it to move a lot further. But the way it's just been chopping, it's been moving like a range of 50 pips, 30 pips here, 38 pips. Like I said, I've been watching this thing, I've been studying it, and it's just not moving. So I know exactly what it's doing, it's just not moving though. That's the problem. So I was in the sell. Well, I was in the sell Monday or so. I can't remember, Tuesday or Monday, from here or here. Held it, got to there. I got out. It came all the way back up. I think it was there actually. Then this last night in the evening, I saw this push up here, broke the structure here, sold it from there, holding it. It came up against me, didn't care, holding it. You're going down. So this morning, the problem with it is it kept me up all night. I was up at 4 a.m. Has it gone down? No. Checked all my alerts. Nope. Went back to sleep. Up at 5 a.m. Has it gone down? No. Checked all my alerts. No. So I just got tired of it. I was like, I can't be losing sleep over Euro USD. This is really a toxic relationship now. It's like, it's causing me, look. So here, I was selling it from there. So when it got down, I thought, let me get out of this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. As soon as I got out, look what it did. Came back against me. It is playing with my emotions and I'm not interested. So I'm done with Euro USD. Whether the read is right or not, I don't need to be in the trade to find out. I could just read it from here. There's easier ways to make money. So when I decided to get out of that, I jumped over to gold. and I caught this trend. I made the zero point 0.5 like that. So I'm done with Euro USD until it starts moving, and it's not been doing that in the mornings recently. Maybe there's no real news catalyst in the mornings here for Euro USD, so therefore it decides that it doesn't want to go. Because of that, I'm done. I'm done. So gold for now. I'll keep an eye on the other indices like DAX and FTSE, but gold for now. Gold is not looking good for me right now, but yeah, it looks like it may stop me out. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I may just take this and be happy with the win. Let's see, we've got 900 dollars. Okay, cool. Could be happy with that win. But I think I said I'm happy here as well. $34 stops me out. 2.8 2.8 versus 2.9 is not a big difference. I don't need to do anything. It hasn't broken this high yet, even though it looks like it wants to. I'm gonna follow the structure for the H1 as I've been doing, because that's served me well so far. If it does break that H1, maybe it's a buy anyway, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. If it doesn't break it, maybe it does what I expect it to do now, which is take this previous daily low. See, as it didn't want to take that previous daily high, maybe it wants to take this previous daily low. And if it takes that, it gets back into this zone, maybe I exit, because this is still a demand zone. Anything could happen in this zone. But if it gets down here, if I don't exit, I'm definitely taking partials and try to round this account up to 3%. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, good morning. I saw that as well, and it definitely did play around yesterday. It did not move at all, did it? So I'm expecting that. That's why I said, if I get this win, I'm done. It's an early day for me. I'm not sticking around, not getting drawn into the whipping around or sticking around, moving around sideways. I'm not interested in that today. So we'll see. Definitely going to keep an eye on it this morning and make a decision whether to take another trade until I see something. I need to see something materialize before I could get into another position this morning. And right now it's slow. So I'm expecting it just to be slow. So I was going to do more of a market review today anyway, based on the situation. So I'll keep an eye on and make a decision in a second. Let me just check on my people. Looking like a very slow morning today. So we're going to see what happens. Still got 45 minutes for this H1 candle. Maybe we get some volume and it kicks down and tries to take this daily low. That'll be a good way to end this trade. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. think there was some news, small news, European market, but nothing to really move the market. Yeah, so something out of France, something out of Germany in about 15 minutes. Something that may get a reaction for the European market in about 45 minutes, but nothing serious until CPI in the New York session. Okay. Nothing happening so far. Let's have a look at the rest of the market. So as I said, I expect euro to be bullish, but right now what I can see is being bearish. No, I expect euro to be bearish, but right now what I can see it being bullish. So I had a little trend on the H1s, broke that structure here, and it's pushing up. So does it hold that structure? Does it continue? Yes, we'll wait and see. So it had a little trend here, broke it there, pulled back in, and looks like it's reacting for it to try push back up. Higher time frame suggests, so if you're buying this, you want to see above there. Higher time frame suggests it is still bearish, so I'd be very cautious of that. It's just so weird. It should have taken this high, but I respected it. I don't know why. It could run further down to take this low, but it looks like it wants to run this high as well. I just can't trust Euro USD right now. I'm glad I'm not in debt. So it may be consolidate. So this is just consolidation. Last 2-3 days, maybe today it does the same thing. Waits for CPI before it makes a big move. So maybe it's not a best time to get into any position on euro. Same thing with GU. GU is not moving really now. There was a little movement yesterday, but right now it looks like it's just going sideways, waiting for again the news to be dropped. Let's have a look at FTSE. FTSE's broken the previous high, so it looks bearish. No, sorry, it looks bullish, trending up, but it's sitting at this highs now. It's got a trend here. Let's see if it does come down. Where does it go? See it bouncing off there. See it filling this gap. Can see it filling this gap. So maybe it holds here, but the trend is clear. I think with FTSE, yeah, it's a lot clearer than what's going on elsewhere. It is trending up, but it has a tendency given these big pullbacks. So maybe one's due here before it goes off, before it continues any further. And DAX, let's see. DAX is a difficult one to read. I've been struggling with DAX, and it would explain why I've been struggling with you as well. Just, I mean, zooming out, it's just so hard to read it. It's just, on the daily, it looks bullish, but last few weeks, just been going sideways. It's at the top of the range, so maybe it's caught in this range. It's at the top of the range here. Maybe it comes down again. If it does come down, where could it go? Well, it hasn't really maintained the uptrend. Equaled it here. Okay, it has a little bit maintained it. So maybe it stays bullish, but it's hard to read. So we had let's see. That's the high we would want to see it take to remain bullish. Here's the breaker structure. So we had a little trend on the daily here, got broken here, and after that it started trending up, creating higher daily lows. So currently it's bullish. Previous daily low is here. And you would expect it to continue to take this high to do maybe a breakout and try to push up there if it is remaining bullish. So I'm going to have a look. Any indication to buy? I think I was trying to buy it here yesterday. Got in and it went against me. It held. Stop loss wanting to be under there, but I put a tight stop loss. It took it out. I did get up. So the read was right, but the entry too early, maybe. But it was based on that current price action, that trend there. It was based on that trend going up there, but I just decided that it wasn't ready for it. Came down New York session, reversed and pushed up from there. So that was a better entry. So it's been difficult to read. And I think the same thing may be the case this morning. Maybe you need, let's see if there was a H1 structure where it broke for that trend. So it broke the H1 structure, come down here. Yeah, it broke the trend there. Okay, cool. So maybe you need price action on the higher time frame before you could get entry. So it had the trend down here, broke a structure down here, and then it was sold off. So what's done here is actually broke the structure for this current trend. Maybe there's a pullback here. Maybe it reacts to this high here. Maybe it gets a reacts to push back up and try to take those previous daily highs. So that's what I would expect it to do. Let's see if it does that. So within this zone, some kind of a reversal to maintain its bullish price action and try to get back up there. So that's what I'm seeing so far on DAX. Gold, you know what I want on gold. I want it to hold, maintain this H1 trend, get underneath this one and go for this previous daily low, seeing as it didn't want to go for the previous daily high. And that will put me up on the count by 3%. And that's where I want to be. Looks like it's pushing, so glad I didn't take it out myself. Yesterday, I just had no patience. I couldn't do it. I was struggling and I was a bit impulsive as well yesterday. So today, not the best night. I didn't sleep that well, but a lot better than the previous day. So I got a bit more patience for gold today. It's a better trade and just it's a free trade now. Just really need to sit on it and see how much I could get from it. So the rest of the market, I can't see any entries. Gold is the only thing that's trending. So consider and trade. Maybe this is the price action. Is gold the place to be? Is gold right now? Everything else may be waiting for a New York session before it starts moving. Let's see. Let me know what you guys are looking at. Is anyone looking at NASDAQ today, this morning? Silver's not really moving. Gold seems to be the one. The only clear, visible trend direction. It's clear. So pole flag still going on. Still got the structure, pole flag. Need to see this load taken. Maybe it's a good place to take some more size off actually. Ideally, what I would prefer to do is just trail the H1 lows. Sorry, the H1 highs. Try to get it lower. But I'm trying to have a early session today. Very long week. Somehow I grinded out 2% so far, 2.7. See if I can make it free. Need about $32 now to make it free. So I think this low would make it 3%, and I'll be very happy to start next week with 3% up on the account. Satisfied with this trade, to be honest, but let's see if we could get a little bit more from it. Initially had a lot more size on this. It would be, I don't know, worth about 1% if I held it. But I had to scalp it initially. Prefer scalping it initially, leaving the runner, so I know I bank something and make it a free trade. If it comes back on against me, it's fine. I lost nothing. So that's what I've been doing recently. But next week I'm changing that approach. I need to be more disciplined, more patient. So less emotional, less reactive. So what I'm going to do next week is actually use a lot less size, just practice using less size per trade and see how that looks at the end of the week. There's no rush now and just need to cruise until withdrawal date. All right, so 30 minutes into the first hour of the London session. Let's see what happens the last 30 minutes. Maybe we get this drive that I'm waiting for. Okay. Looks like that's a yes. Close it now. Let's see if there's more. about 20 points to where I want it to be. So it's a big ask in such a slow market. So maybe I just take it for what it is. When it gets to, if it beats this low here, I'll be happy with it. Get this low here, I'll be happy with it. Take the majority off and maybe leave a run if there's any point in doing so. Otherwise, I'll close it in my week positive and have peace of mind for today as well. Don't have to keep my eye on it. I think I'm also just going to try to focus on taking trades within my session, closing the position if it makes sense within my session and be done, because I don't want to spend the day keeping an eye on it. I had to download a new app just to track gold. It was actually quite difficult to find an app that does it successfully and gives me alerts when gold has hit the price points I want. But I don't want to keep an eye on anything throughout the whole day. So I may close it if it gets this, if we get this break of this last low here. Push out there, close it and end the trade. Underneath there, it could come back, and if it comes back, to take this high and maybe gets in this inefficiency here where my stop loss is sitting right now as well. So I'm going to sit around, expect it to be slow today due to the market anticipation of the news that's coming later. It could still hold there, could still respect this low, could just be ranging between the two and wait for the news before it breaks out in one direction, whether it's up or down. So maybe the wise thing, sensible thing to take what I wanted from this move and be done. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. Maybe if it gets to my, essentially I want 232. I think I had that. I might take it there if it gets there again. Yeah, getting ready to exit. Is it too premature? I don't know. Do I need another $100 or $400? Do I need to sit in front of a computer for that long? I don't know. I don't think it's worth it for an extra $100. What I want is that, and I think that will make this move about 0.6 move. Yeah. So I made for 0.4 already on it. Should really let it run to make it 1% move, but I'm okay. Don't need to be greedy. I'm on schedule, a little bit ahead of schedule, so don't need to ask for too much. Come on. Okay. So very glad I got out that sell on Euro. It's finally moving and it's pushing up. I don't know what's going on with it, but I keep an eye on it. This is why I'm done with it, by the way. Just don't trust it anymore. Maybe it pushes up and comes back with news. Who knows? GU's not moving. GU's bearish, clearly. Euro is just doing all sorts. I did say DAX could be a bearish move right now. It's broken structure. Maybe that's why. broke that low. Broke that low, maybe it pushes again. Maybe that's why you was pushing up a little bit now. I do believe I'm about to get what I wanted on gold. Let's see what it looks like if I was to trail it. If I was to trail it, $100. Don't need $100. No, don't need that. I think I'm gonna exit gold with this push and break of this low. Don't see any reason why it doesn't push and break it, and I'll end the count where I want it to be. Okay, go take it there. All right, good. 3%. So that was the entry. Exited some size and then finished it there. Very happy with that. Clean trade. That's all I needed this morning. Don't need to push it any further than that. And I made 0.7 for that move. So decent trade. Happy with that. And like I said, I'm not going to do too much today. Just going to have a quick look, see if there's anything else. I don't think there's much going on today. I may call it. Yeah, let's see. See if I'll keep I'll check on Monday. I'm not going to check again today or this week or this weekend. Check on Monday to see if it does take these lows. It's possible. And that will suggest gold is bearish currently, breaking previous daily lows. So same read on Euro USD. Nothing's happening as yet. It's taking a daily high. Maybe this is a reversal. I'm not sure yet. It's really too hard to read Euro USD. I don't know what's going on. I still believe that it does come down here. I don't see why it doesn't. Could be wrong. This could be a demand, and that's where it's reacting from, creating a inverse head and shoulders here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Could be wrong, and it pushes up and takes this high eventually. So that's potentially what's happening now. Don't know. It could just be pulling up before it pushes down. It's a hard read. As you can see, the bottom of the range, top of the range, it's right in the middle. It's a hard read. So be careful with your USD if you're considering it. Similar setup with GU, but GU looks more bearish. It's maintained a clean structure and it's pushing lower almost every single day. So if that is an indication of what's really going on, maybe Euro USD remains bearish as well. We'll see. FTSE bullish, obviously, but at the top of this range, it could definitely come down. So maybe that pushes GU up and it's in line with what's going on with Euro. And DAX is, I think we said this mid-range as well. So that looks like a reversal pattern. So trending down, head, left shoulder, right shoulder, being bought from the right shoulder, is pushing up. Really, to know what's going on with DAX, it needs to take this daily high, and then it's free to go on to take the rest of these previous daily highs and confirm that it is actually bullish. But right now, where it is, it's not doing nothing. It's trapped right in between the middle of this range, not moving at all. So DAX is a hard read. And gold, well, gold is the only thing moving any clear direction. There was a trend here. There was a scalp there. I got out of it. Got out of it now. Why? Because it could just stick around like everything else is sticking around, and I don't want to stick around with it. So it could still turn around here and come back and break this previous H1. I don't think it's going to, but it could. Still got 20 minutes on this current H1. It could come and do that. If it does that, then I'll believe it's a buy to push it up further and continue what's going on the higher time frame. So maybe that's what's being staged here. So that's why I needed to get out. I was happy with what I got from it. So why hold it to try take a low? Very risky thing to do. So I think that's it. I wanted a short streaming session, and I'm going to try be disciplined, do what I say I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to end it here. Hopefully this being useful for you guys. Be very careful today. There is a lot of news. Don't overtrade. Don't do what I did. And I'll be back here Monday morning streaming again, London session. So this is Patrick signing out. Until next time. Peace.